God bless y'all. How we doing today? We're gonna move forward in the series of Luke. We're gonna move forward in our series of Luke, and we're in chapter 15. Luke chapter 15. The parable of the lost sheep. Now the tax collectors and the sinners were all gathering to hear Jesus, but the Pharisees and the teachers of the law muttered, "This man welcomes sinners and eats with them." Then Jesus told them this parable. Suppose one of you has 100 sheep and loses one of them. Doesn't he leave the 99 in the open country and go after the lost sheep until he finds it? And when he finds it, he joyfully puts it on his shoulders and goes home. Then he calls his friends and his neighbors together and says, "Rejoice with me. I have found my lost sheep." I tell you that in the same way, there will be more rejoicing in heaven over one sinner who repents than 99 righteous people who do not need repentance. And that's the whole reason why I get on here, in order to find that one lost sheep and help lead him to the great shepherd, and that's Jesus Christ. I'm not after money. I'm not after fame. All the glory I give to God. I'm just doing this to and hope that I'll find that one lost sheep. Okay? The parable of the lost coin. Or suppose a woman has 10 silver coins and loses one. Doesn't she light a lamp, sweep the house, and search carefully until she finds it? And when she finds it, she calls her friends and neighbors together and says, "Rejoice with me, I have found my lost coin." In the same way, I tell you, there's rejoicing in the presence of an angel, in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner who repents. The parable of the lost son. This is a really good parable. This is us before we get saved and when we get saved, and the reaction of God and the angels and everything. There was a man who had two sons. The younger one said to his father, "Father, give me my share of the estate." So he divided his property between them. Not long after that, the younger son got together all he had, set off a distant country, and there squandered his wealth in wild living. After he'd spent everything, there was a severe famine in that whole country, and he began to be in need. So he went and hired himself out a citizen of that country, who sent him to his fields to feed pigs. He longed to fill his stomach with the pods and the pigs that were eating, but nobody gave him anything. When he came to his senses, he said, "How many of my father's hired servants have food to spare? And here I am starving to death. I will set out to go back to my father and say to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like your hired servant.' So he got up and he went back to his father. Hey, what's up, man? Subscribe to my channel for more content. We're reading the parable of the lost son. But when he was still a long way off, his father saw him. Now, when the child left, right, and he demanded his inheritance, he goes out, leaves, rebels, spends all of his money, and now when he comes back, you think the father would be mad, right? Well, in this parable, right, the father is our father in heaven, and we are that lost son. So God rejoices at us when we come to him. He doesn't get mad at us. Thank you. I like the prodigal son story. You're welcome. All right. So while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and he was filled with compassion for him. He ran to his son, he threw his arms around him and he kissed him. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. Subscribe to my channel for more content. The son said to him, "Father, I sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son." But the father said to his servants, "Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fattened calf and kill it. Let's have a feast and celebrate again." He was lost and found, so they began to celebrate. Right? Meanwhile, the older son was in the field, and when he came near the house, he heard music, dancing. So he called one of the servants and asked him what was going on. I'll actually go with you. Just let me. I'm almost done with this. All right, guys. So the brother was like, "What's going on? What's all this music and all? It's a big deal going on, right?" Your brother is coming. Replied, "Your father has killed the fattened calf because he has him back safe and sound." The older brother became angry and refused to go in. So his father went out and pleaded with him. But he answered his father, "Look, all these years I've been slaving for you and never disobeyed your orders, yet you never gave me even a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends. So when this son of yours was squandered your property with prostitutes, he comes home and you kill a fattened calf for him?" "My son," the father said, "you are always with me and everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate and be glad because this brother of yours was dead and he is alive again. He was lost and now he is found." So there you have it. That concludes this first chapter. When I come back, we'll continue in chapter 16, Luke. So anytime somebody gets saved, finds Jesus Christ, we need to be happy for him. The same way in heaven, they rejoice over one sinner who was lost and founded over 99 righteous. So that concludes my study, guys. Subscribe for more content. I will be back. I always do come back.